All right, you guys have just finished your first request from Genus Clawry, your patron of sorts. He has asked you to come down into the cellar and take care of a bit of a rat problem for him. You've just offed the last rat. And Terry, you notice a rat kind of hiding behind a box, kind of quivering and scared. He doesn't seem to be amongst those who felt brave enough to attack you. He seems quite frightened of what has just happened.
It's not my pet familiar rat, Scuttles, is it?
No, it is not Scuttles.
All right. I'm used to handling rats. Actually, I would normally be afraid of most things that pop out behind of woodwork of the sorts. So I'll hold Scuttles there with me, and I want to approach the rat. I want to let the rat know I mean it no harm.
So you're like approaching it while you're holding a rat?
Yeah, but not like death grip holding a rat, just like gently holding a rat,
Okay. What are you trying to convey to the rat? And give me an animal handling.
I don't actually speak rat, so what I'm trying to convey to the rat is
Cheap rat, okay.
And I'm gonna babble at it. I don't know if I insulted it or if I complimented it.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. That is an 18 plus
Okay.
2. So
as you start cheaping at this rat, it doesn't seem terrified of you as you're also holding a rat gingerly. And you hear kind of in your head, almost as if, what was your rat's name?
Scuttles.
Scuttles. As if Scuttles is whispering in your ear, you hear scared. You hear a little voice go, scared, alone.
Oh no, that sounds terrible. This is a bad idea. I'm going to sheath probably had my other hand on a dagger. And I'm gonna hold out my other hand for the rat to bite or crawl into my hand.
So the rest of you see Terry, after you killed probably a dozen or more rats, you see Terry all of a sudden offer his hand to another rat. And you see the rat kind of walk up to him, kind of put its front paws on its hand, and then kind of like hop up into his hand.
Hell yeah! Now I got 2 rats! I'm unstoppable!
Terry, you could have told us that you spoke rat before. Now I must clean the blood of this filth off my blade.
Oh, not the blood of this. This is a sweet creature. You couldn't possibly do that.
I can't tell which one's your normal rat and which one's the new one.
Well, Scuttles right here is far cleaner. I've bathed Scuttles ever since.
What's the name of the baby rat?
Ever since Scuttles was a pup.
Actually, I see now Scuttle's butt is quite distinctive. It's fine, I enjoy polishing my blade.
What?
Now that Terry has this rat in his hand, and the rest of you have seen this interaction, you all hear this tiny little voice in your head that says, home, home.
What?
My sword is finally talking to me. Yes, I am.
That's right. That's right, Skitters. This is your home now.
And I take the rat and I hold it up to me.
Is it in our head or is it coming from the rat?
You don't see the rat talking.
What is happening? Terry.
Well, I can only assume, Scuttles talks to me every now and then. And We don't need words per se. We have a connection, you see, and I think this rat might be perhaps someone's familiar. Can I roll for that? How would you investigate to find out if something was a familiar?
Anna?
You can roll an Arcana check, yeah.
Okay. Well, first bad roll, that's 6 plus 2, so 8.
He doesn't seem like he's anyone's familiar. It seems odd that they'd be alone in somebody's cellar. It just seems weird.
He doesn't
To
seem
you.
familiar.
But what you all see is that as Terry seems to be investigating this rat a little bit further, the rat actually jumps out of his hand and starts and goes to a wall. And as he gets closer to this wall, you kind of see a what you would presume like a rat hole, but there's actually a crack in this wall kind of growing up. Like you would see a foundation crack. And it might be that the rats have just taken advantage of this crack being here, and that's how they've gotten in. And the rat is going towards this hole and looking back at you.
Terry, what's he saying?
Does he want us to follow him? Or it?
Wait, everyone can hear the rat, right?
Yeah, so
Okay.
the rat just, it seems to have a limited vocabulary and just says, home, home. And it's
So
like,
should we follow this rat? Terry, is this something that you want to go through right
do
now?
I
You already
look
have-
like a rat whisperer to you?
Yes.
I mean, it
Yes,
jumped in your hand.
actually.
I point
Oh.
at the rat in his hand.
I mean, now that you mention it, I suppose if his home's in there, we should get him to pack his things. Surely, we've been hired to clear out this basement of the rats. If there's a home, perhaps there's more rats that I can take with us.
Are you trying to start a rat army? You know, I'd be all for it.
For a rat farm? Is that what you're trying to go for right now?
I've never farmed rats before. They probably make terrible livestock. I'm not so sure. I think it best that they return to the wild in an area that they're wanted or loved. Perhaps I'll make them some sort of hole in the base of a tree or something. So somewhere they'll be comfortable.
the rat kind of squeaks at you and starts to
Yes.
scurry into the hole. None of you are large enough to fit in the hole.
You mean small enough?
Small enough?
Small enough. to fit in the hole.
But how big were these rats?
Are we
Now
slaying
Crunch
them with
Terry.
axes? What?
Ace.
Sorry. You are all too big.
Terry's pretty small, but I'm guessing it's even smaller than that. I guess the only option would be to, it was a crack, right? Like a vulnerability.
Yeah.
I'll
But what equipment does Osir have?
I have a small axe.
That's not a hammer.
Yeah, right.
I only have bullets.
I have a short sword, mace. That's about it.
I have a great axe in my fists. Oh, I don't know what would you want from me? I hit hard.
Yeah,
I can
we
hit.
are.
Well, I mean, clearly, there's something on the other side of this wall. I don't think this is a familiar. This is an odd talking rat. There's something odd going on in this here basement, and I just
Is
think
there-
that it would behoove us to break open said wall, and of course, Crawley will pay for the damages. Irene.
Is there anything in the basement we could use?
There's crates. There are barrels. This is like kind of his holding of things for the tavern above. There might be a shovel, buckets, that kind of thing, but anybody want to try an investigation check on the wall?
I was gonna say I want to just go look in it. Like, just go look in the hole since I have dark vision.
No,
But he will look down at the rat if it's still like, I warn you, small animal. I've honed my skills and my reflexes over many long hours of training. If you attempt to attack me, I will slay you where you stand.
And I take out my comically large anime-sized greatsword. And I will then set it down and put my eyes so I can see in the hole.
You peek your eyes in the hole, and how good is your dark vision?
Pretty good. 60 feet. As if it was bright light.
Okay, so you definitely see where the tunnel stops. It doesn't continue going. It seems to go into a more open space, but it is about 10 feet. So you determine like these walls are about 10-foot thick stone.
Seems like there's a cavern on the other side. Also, quite thick. I would
But
need
if-
a much larger blade.
If anybody wants to investigate, I might be able to tell them more about the condition of this wall.
I suppose I will investigate.
Sure, I'll assist. We're all dumb.
Though my character is actually decent at investigation, I feel like I'm very preoccupied with this rat right now. There's no
0. Let's go. You know what? Let's do it. I'll go with my +0 and just.
Yep, so perhaps we can find a way through.
I got an 11 on my investigation check.
Perhaps if you push me very hard.
I can also set a fire in there if I need to.
It's really not that hard to notice that the crack in this basement, this foundation, has caused the stone almost seems like a dry stack. So it's not, the mortar isn't like thick like you would normally see in like modern day construction. It seems like the stones are just kind of stacked together. So this crack has, these stones are by their weight keeping themselves standing. So through some sort of force or even just pulling the stones out or whatever, you might be able to tactfully pull them out so it doesn't all collapse on you, but that it's not cemented together, it doesn't look like.
So you're saying I shouldn't hit it with my great axe?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Before.
I'm very tempted to do the barbarian. Just hit it.
It sounds like they're not even mortar together.
Yeah.
I bet if you ran really, really fast, you could just go straight through.
Kool-Aid man. Kool-Aid
Yeah,
man.
can I just do that?
Holy. Oh man. Oh,
Will that work?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys, stand back. I'm
Wait.
gonna try to get through this wall.
Why are
There's something
you?
on the other side. And then I stand back all the way at the other side of the basement and get a running start and go to the wall as hard as I possibly can
Hold it to the wall.
with my shoulder.
Give me a contested strength roll.
Ooh.
I would try to help you, but blunt force is not really my thing.
We try to throw you, but at the same time, that might not work.
Last time you did that, they died.
True. That is true.
Rest
I don't want you to die. Not
in
yet.
peace, Olaf. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be very good.
5. So I just basically bounced off this wall. Like,
Yeah.
well, I tried, guys.
Wait, do any of the bricks buckle under his like weight pushing into it?
They definitely seem to have like pushed inwards a little bit. And you heard like the like of them moving against each other,
Oh,
but
God, is that the stone or your shoulder? Oh, sorry.
It's a little tender right now, but I think I can go again. So I run back to the edge of the basement. One more run.
okay. Sorry, actually give me an attack roll, please.
Okay.
Does anybody have a healing
Jesus, these
potion
are
of ultra?
I got an 8.
You hear the stones kind of like moving again, but it seems like you're like pushing them further together instead of pulling them further apart.
You're making it stronger.
I'm
Hold
making
on.
it stronger.
No, oh, sire, don't worry. Just as a blade must be folded many times in order to get unleash its maximum potential, so too will these broken bones allow you to grow stronger.
How about I just ram myself into the wall?
Wait,
probably
I'm
hit it
not
harder.
even sure running into them, Salvador. What if we just grab them brick by brick and pull them out?
Well, that too, but
That'll definitely hurt a lot less.
I think Char can do it. I believe in our comrade, Terry.
Anybody but me right now.
sure I can. But do I hit it with my axe or do it with my body?
No, I'm just suggesting
Hey,
you don't
really?
hit it at all, really.
Here's
I
the
think
axe
you
first.
should just grab the bricks and pull them out. God, y'all get
Hold on.
Does
insane.
anybody have a point?
Wait, hold on. Here we go. We're just like, let's go for it. Let's do
It's like, this is my home.
it.
Let's break.
Let's destroy this.
So, all right. So, is somebody running at it, or are you just pulling the bricks out?
We're just gonna pull the brick.
Okay.
Or wants to. Terry's got a point.
Okay.
Oh, I wish somebody would have said that for the second time.
I know I should have mentioned
I'm
it.
so sorry, Ostai. I thought they would give the first run, but clearly more formidable than I anticipated.
Whoever
Sure.
is pulling
Likewise.
bricks out, I need a sleight of hand check.
Okay. Yeah,
It's a 16.
that's a 4.
All right.
So there's just like taking bricks down while we're talking about running through.
I've got a +7. I can slide a hand all day.
Everybody else, are you guys helping with the bricks?
No, I wanted to see her run through it. I'm gonna slope the corner.
Okay.
Osar's one arm is upsettingly hurting him right now.
Okay. Okay. So you see Terry and Char. So Char is just pulling out these stones without any sort of rhyme or reason. So Osire and the Lord of Edge, what you see is Char pulling out these stones, and the ones above it just start collapsing. And then you see Terry like going back behind her, like trying to put to keep the whole thing from collapsing.
She's taking out like 3 or 4 stones at a time, and I'm like replacing 1 or 2 at a time, trying to keep things structurally
Yeah.
sound.
So you see like this odd melody of one person, like you're pretty sure at a couple points like that wall's just gonna come down, and then Terry is just there kind of putting a keystone in to just keep it from collapsing. And you have a hole that you all can kind of, it's Terry sized, so he can get through it just fine, but the rest of you kind of have to either crawl or crouch to get through.
I suppose there's no point in Terry.
You're gonna kill
Yeah.
me with that one.
I mean, do you think Remedy, when Terry's behind there, would like push all these stones this way and it'd be better? Should we just?
Hey,
Oh, wait, hold on now. I don't.
Are we planning on trapping him?
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah,
Char
can
made-
put-
It'd
I
push
mean,
all
it's
the
his
stones
rat,
back.
technically. The rat came to him. I want to help as much as I possibly can.
You've already shouldered enough of the burden.
Thanks. I appreciate that. but still, we definitely need to see what's behind this wall. And Terry's the only one that really fit. I mean, worth a shot for him to kind of push the rest of them over. I don't. What do you want to?
I'll go first.
I
I'll
mean-
be the edge of the blade.
It's
No one can match me.
Maybe-
I know y'all are all accustomed to being tall and whatnot, but I tell you what, if you get on the ground on your bellies and just sort of snake your way through, I'm sure you could make your way just like Terry.
I thought Harry should lead the charge because he's the rat talker.
Rat King.
Rat King. He's Rat King. Yes.
Rattler, is that the correct term? It's one of those rats.
Go ahead, Terry.
These rats are my friends.
Okay.
I don't claim any sort of authority for them. And Terry starts walking.
So, as the Lord of Edge saw, you have about 10 feet, and you can see on this other side, it seems like this wall has already started collapsing from it. So it seems like whatever happened on the other side of the wall is what's causing this crack. So this side of the wall is already starting to fail. So it's not really as hard to traverse as just trying to get through the wall itself. And you see about 10 feet, and then you're going to have about an 8 to 10 foot drop. But Terry, do you have dark vision?
No.
So besides the light that's behind you, you don't really see the ground. You see kind of like a wall on the other side, but you're not really seeing a place that you can like get down to.
I actually have the light cantrip though. I would probably just cast that.
Okay, that's fine. So you
on
can
top of the mouse. Can I? I don't think you can actually cast it on animals. Can I cast it on the dirt on scuttles? Does it matter if I have a
I thought he
good
was
mouse?
clean.
Oh, on skitters. Can I on the
Yes.
dirt on skitters?
Yeah, so you can cast it on the mud and stuff caked on skitters. And so you do. Skitters is already there, and you see that the wall is kind of like an odd shape. Maybe it's because of it collapsing, and you can almost like slide down. It is like 8 to 10 foot, but it's not like a sheer drop. It seems to go at an angle.
Everyone, there's a slope down here. This is kind of odd. Does it look naturally made or man-made?
Kind of both. You can definitely see like where the rock and dirt and stuff has fallen, but what's under it's kind of smooth. So you wouldn't be sliding on rock and dirt.
But I can't actually see what is smooth.
It looks like stone.
Okay, so it might not be in like it's. So I'm under the impression that it's man-made, but maybe not meant to be like this.
It seems purposeful, the shape.
Oh, okay. Why would someone make a slide if they didn't want it slid down? I'm gonna go.
Okay. You slide down, you land with the rest of the stones and dirt. And you're fine. Both Scuttles and the other rat is there waiting for you at the bottom.
It's safe. Come on down.
Are you sure? Sure about that? Okay. Char's gonna actually get down on like her hands and knees and squeeze in as much as she can with all of her 6'2" body, just kind of like shuffle.
The Lord of Edge is gonna try to push her and Osire through because I imagine they're not gonna fit that great.
Just scuttle on through.
Yeah, so you guys are able to get through. It is a tight squeeze, so there's no turning around or really adjusting yourselves once you get in the tunnel.
I just. Okay.
What?
Is there what's at the landing of the slide?
What's at the landing? So you see kind of this almost once again, it seems like it was put here on purpose, but it seems like this mound of more stones, and then you see what looks like metal. But let's get the rest of the party down here.
Okay. I mean, I was thinking about oil slicking the bottom of it because that would be comical, but I don't want anybody to hit a bunch of rocks.
Yeah, like you'd be oil slicking it, and they'd be hitting like a mountain of stone.
You ever get to the bottom of a slip and slide and realize that you're going way too fast?
Have you ever been on the slip and slide and just hit gravel?
Oh.
Yeah, pretty much. Just worse.
All right. We're all down there.
Yeah, so everybody is able to get down. No problems. You do notice kind of the same thing that Terry does, that this concave slope is purposefully made. It seems all stone. It's incredibly smooth. So if you're into craftsmanship of any type, this is pretty great, especially compared to what you guys are used to in the city. Your city is a desert. Your city is comprised of a lot of found materials that have been altered by magic. You yourselves, your armor and stuff would be, you have smithies and craftsmen that will take materials, melt them down, and make them into your scale mail, your full plate, leather, but they don't necessarily tend to use pure ores in order to make these things. It's definitely a scrap type of environment. So as you guys get down, so with Terry having the light, you all have some vision down here, and it's definitely a lot different than what you're used to. As you can see that the walls are smooth. They definitely feel like stone, but rough. So it's not like marble. It's more like granite. It's very kind of rough, but you don't see chunks of stone. It all seems to be one color. And you do see these pieces of metal, just long pieces of metal that just go down into this cave like atmosphere that run down the cave all the way to the other end of the cave. And they're parallel to each other, and there's a couple different sets.
When you say long pieces of metal, are they cylindrical in shape, or are they like strips of metal?
They're kind of like an eye shape. So they're geometric. They're not round.
I look back up the incline and kind of try to gauge whether we can get back up, and realizing we can't.
Yeah, I mean,
stays can go down.
Maybe with a booster, like somebody kind of hoisting you up, you could probably get back. It does make it a little more difficult with the concave slope. Yeah, but this tunnel is smooth and it is cylindrical.
Are aqueducts or pipes a foreign concept to us?
No, not necessarily. They're not something. They are a place that materials can be found. It's considered what's like shadows of the old world. So you all know that in this world, you're living in a life after a world has been demolished. So there was another world that was before you, and every day things are discovered. So these types of structures aren't foreign to you, but it's not something that you construct today.
I think I see. When you meant eye shape, you didn't mean an eyeball, like the letter I.
Like
the letter
like
I.
like a capital I.
Like I beams.
Yeah.
So this definitely doesn't seem like it's been scavenged.
Just
so
looking around, do I see any glowing coins or sentient evil mushrooms?
Looking around, you do see a glowing rat.
What of a
It doesn't see, you don't see any sort of vegetation so much, though. And the rat does seem to be wanting to go a certain direction. It is about 5 feet ahead of the party to your left.
Okay.
I suppose we should follow it.
Yeah, we're down here. So
I mean, we did go down a rat hole, so yes, I think we should follow the rat.
And this area is quite large. It's not a tight, confined space.
Yeah, I kind of get my great sword. I'm like, am I gonna be able to swing this? It doesn't matter. It's fine.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Reach his hand.
all
up.
right, Terry.
Follow it.
So as you guys are following after this rat, you kind of see at one point the terrain changes. There's this much larger opening at one point. It does look made as well, with some parts of it being collapsed. There are these columns that you're used to seeing, but it's all smooth. They don't have any of the decor some of the other columns that you're used to seeing have. Seems like a place. It's very flat, very open, except for the parts that have collapsed. You see these weird boxes on the roof of this opening, and you notice these roots, black-like roots, kind of going down the tunnels as you're traversing through this foreign terrain. But give me a perception check, everybody.
See how bad it would be. I can't wait.
Ooh,
Let's see. Oh, I'm proficient.
that's 24.
That is a unnatural 20.
$18.
Oh, sorry?
15.
Oh, okay, great. So it's pitch black in here. So the only light you have is coming from this rat. So you notice as this rat's starting to pick up pace, so you notice that the light has moved further ahead than you guys, and it quickly kind of darts kind of like around this corner, almost like into a smaller corridor. So none of you miss this rat darting off, but it definitely seems like more focused in its path. It seems to know exactly where it wants to go.
Determination.
Should we chase it? Should someone else should take the charge here? I'm far too small and fragile to be in front.
What do you think? Perhaps the rodent that we just recently watched us slay all its kin might be leading us into some sort of danger.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. But even
that's a good
still,
point.
I'll lead the charge. I led the charge in trying to break into the place. I might as well lead it now.
You be the tip of the spear, I'll be the edge of the blade.
Yeah, you just stay behind.
I'll just be the handle. One sturdy thing.
So I go after the rat
Okay.
and I follow it. I'm in charge. I'm leading the charge.
Does that little round thing at the end of the sword? I don't know what that's called.
It's called a pommel.
Yeah.
What is that? Is that useful for anything?
I think you screw it off and throw it at someone. I think.
Oh,
It makes you look cool when you're holding it like ground, I guess.
I see.
I mean, you're small enough. I can just throw you. You can be the pommel.
I don't want to be the pommel anymore.
No,
So-
you are definitely a pommel.
As you guys get closer to this little pathway that the rat has gone down, you now notice that the tunnel has collapsed. It does not go any further, so it has gone down this. You notice that there was a door at some point, and it's kind of just almost like a long hallway of sorts. It's about 10 foot wide, so it's not like once you get through the doorway, it's pretty open. And you see the rat just kind of sitting there waiting for you guys to catch up.
This is a fast rat.
He's uncomfortably intelligent for something that wasn't summoned.
Yeah, quite scary.
Is that why you named him? What was it? Skitters? What was his name? Kitters? Kittens? What?
How I name it? Kitty? Yes, Skitters. You had it right the first time.
Oh, good. My memory does serve me right. For once.
It's a surprise with how many times you've been bashed over the head.
More than I bash things with my head.
And as you guys catch up to the rat, you hear the voice in your head again. You hear the voice in your head again, and he says, "We are one now. We are together, and we will now be together forever." I need everybody to roll initiative, please.
Oh no! You're right. The rat's gonna get revenge on
Man,
I mean, yeah, but could live not knowing what it was gonna do. I got
Roll
a 20,
20!
22.
I got a night.
No! God.
oh, you're right. I said 16.
Got it.
Gonna do it.
You know, this rat, we could have been together. He didn't have to lead us into a dark hole. I would have taken care of him.
You could have put him in a cage. Honestly,
We
if you wanted to
could've
keep him
been
as a pet.
together.
I was gonna
So,
call him a little
from behind this rat, you see what you had seen before in the cellar, but just it doesn't seem to end. The amount of rats staring back at you behind this one rat that is lit up. Actually, I need to roll initiative.
Somewhere there's a metaphor for this.
The endless rat.
We will be one now.
The rats crit on their initiative.
Oh no!
What?
Should
Wait
I
till the,
prepare burning hands?
Wait till the turtle marks show up. Then we're gonna be.
Should I prepare burning hands?
Ooh.
Well, no modifier. That makes edge.
Just first?
Well, if we are going to be one, let me introduce you to my favorite part of myself. My blade. And I will run over to them. I assume 40 feet I will make it. And I will make a strike with my greatsword.
Awesome.
15?
15 hits.
Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and do I'll burn a key point and do a flurry of blows. I will hit them 2 more times with
Awesome.
my fist. Yeah, that's gonna be higher. That's a 15, so 22. And that last one was an actual one, but we'll just ignore that one. Don't mention it ever.
So how much damage?
That is 10, a D4. Aha! That is a 16 points of damage.
All right, you definitely swing your sword and take out a chunk of them, and then hit a few with your fists. Definitely have culled their numbers. Then we've got Char.
I would like to rage.
You're allowed.
Yay!
I hear it's all the rage these days.
I might go into frenzy later. Oh, alright, so yes.
Oh, not for creators, no. Well, don't call us frenzies.
I believe that is a 16 to hit.
It's
Oh, yay! That does 12 damage.
and what were you hitting with?
I was hitting with my great axe. Pull it from behind her and automatically slam it down onto this unending rat.
You definitely do some damage. Doesn't seem like you did as much as the edge, but you're actually a little surprised it didn't take more damage. But it's their turn now. So we've got 2 people in melee range. So the swarm is going to go after the edge.
Oh no.
That's a 13.
It does not hit. I was like, you're too fast.
Okay. So then that brings us to... Oh, I'm so sorry. I switched Terry and Lord Edge, so now I'm going to go back to Terry. Wait, no, my bad. Wrong initiative. Let me go back. Now it's Terry. It is Terry's turn now. It is right.
Oh wait, but the rats went, right?
Yeah, the rats went.
Okay.
They tried to bite Lord Edge, but they just
Couldn't make it
couldn't.
to the trench coat.
I still quit.
Just thinking. That intelligence of his.
I'm going to. Does it look like they're all coming from one direction?
Yeah, it seems like they're coming at you. They're not coming from behind you.
They're coming at us, and they're all kind of centered in front of us.
Yeah, right now most of them are on the Lord of Edge, trying to bite him.
Okay. Right next to the Lord of Edge, I'm going to spread out a bag of caltrops.
Okay. What are you accomplishing with the caltrops?
I'm going to pick a 5 feet square next to him, and I'm letting a lot of small, jagged pieces of metal take up space on the floor. And then I'm going to back up another 10 feet.
Okay. What happens if the rats enter the space with the caltrops?
They have to succeed on a DC 15 dexterity saving throw or stop moving this turn and take 1 piercing damage. And the damage reduces the creature's walking speed by 10 feet until the creature regains at least 1 hit.
Okay. So is that your whole turn?
Oh wait, I have a bonus action. I'm going to hide.
Okay, that should be pretty easy for you to do in darkness, even though they're... Are you maintaining your light on the rat?
Yeah, I was.
Okay.
So I will back up probably to... Assuming I was only like 10 feet forward, whoever is within 20 feet, but also behind me, I will try to hide behind.
I think Osire is the only one who hasn't gone yet.
I will attempt to hide behind Osire.
Okay, it is now Osire's turn.
All right.
God, there's so many rats outside. Please do something.
Gets behind everybody. You know why? Because he's the pump.
I definitely want to just like not being safe, but also. I want to pull out my mace and start to go and kill some rats that are in front of me.
No, don't leave me.
Terry. I need to fight.
Oh,
But
if you must.
all right. We'll make sure you're safe. Let's get you in a safe place. I'm gonna just hire Terry. I'm gonna hire with Terry. I'm gonna make sure Terry's all right and no rats come towards us.
Oh my god.
Now that round 1 is over, I would like everybody who's fighting the rats to make a perception check, please.
Oh.
That is good. That's going to be a 23.
That's gonna be an 8.
Okay, you're so attached to your sword, the Lord of Edge, that when anything dulls its shimmer, you notice right away. And you notice this kind of, it's not blood per se, it's the color of blood, but it's much thicker and has much more mass to it. And you notice that these rats that you've slain, their bodies aren't laying limp on the floor, they are just puddles of ichor on the ground. And it seems to not quite be dead. So it is Edge's turn.
Are you trying to dull my edge? He'll just keep swinging. He's not going to do a flurry of blows. He'll just do a 18 to hit, so that's a hit. Then I'll do a bonus action martial arts attack. So I guess while he's swinging, he can, elbow one. I don't know how to bring the edges into that. Yeah, I'm still workshopping it. And that is those are both my hit. Yeah, exact same thing. 16.
You definitely notice that other than the rat that has a light on it, there's only a few more of these left. Char definitely doesn't seem to notice that there aren't dead bodies all around you of these rats. They're more a mass of kind of undulating ooze.
He kind of looks down at it, hopefully draw attention to it. It's like, this isn't over.
And now it's Char's turn.
Raging, doesn't care. That's gonna be a 15.
That'll hit.
Awesome. Yeah, that's gonna be 5 damage. That's such bad damage.
All right. You seem to slay the remaining rats that are attacking the two of you. Do you kill the rat that has the light on it?
Yes. She's enraged. She's not thinking.
No, not Skitters.
Yeah. She just turns around behind her and it's like, you!
You hear Terry cry out from the darkness in the room, and you all notice that these piles of jelly-like substance is moving more rapidly now and forms a mass of eyes and teeth and rat tails. And before you stands
I know
a
those
large creature.
They are one.
And it says, "We are one."
Ah!
We will always be together, and it is its turn.
Oh no! I love a rage.
So, definitely the Lord of Edge and Char, you notice that the ground around your feet is oozy and almost dough-like, and your feet seem to stick.
And Jello.
And if you decide to move out of its space, it seems like it will be difficult to do. It seems that besides telepathically, this thing is jittering. It is squeaking and talking out of several different mouths, all at the same time. Just nonsense with the squeaks and the chittering of teeth. But Char, you see that it swings a mass of eyeballs and rat tails in your direction, trying to swing at you.
Does this thing look like just like a disturbing Frankenstein school arts project? Like it's just like
Made out of
paper,
Play-Doh.
glue, Play-Doh, holding together
Jello.
like tails, teeth,
Yeah.
and eyeballs.
Like if you melted all these rats and put them in a pile.
Okay.
Okay, I assume that it's got a negative 18 hits.
Yeah, that'll just hit. God. Oh.
Okay, so let's see. Oh, nice. So that does. Let's see if my damage does less dice than the.
It's
7. No, it does the average 17.
okay.
Ooh.
Oh.
I need you to succeed a strength saving throw, please.
Were you raging? Or
I am
were you-
raging. I
Raging.
do have resistance to
Okay.
bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
It is piercing damage.
Alright, so.
It's those teeth that are hitting you.
That makes me very. Oh god. Alright, so that means I only take, what, 8 damage? I want to say?
Yes.
And mental maths.
It's like you're getting like paddled by teeth instead of bitten. That's a weird.
I think I'd rather
It's-
get hit by
it's
teeth
a
than
teeth
eyeballs.
It's
Yeah.
a teeth flail. I don't want a teeth flail.
Yeah,
I don't want to be hit by it. I don't mind hitting something. I don't.
It's just
by-
more teeth.
Hmm.
I believe I have advantage with raging, and that's a lot better. That's a 23.
Yes, okay, so you are not knocked prone. It does definitely hit you across the shoulder, and all the teeth that are in its oozing body hit you and do some piercing damage, but you're able to resist in your rage. And then on its second attack, on the other side of its body, the Lord of Edge, you see this oozing green spittle come at you. And I need you to make a dex save, please.
Ooh. No, that's a 7.
This spittle, when it hits, it flashes with a bright light. And you are... Well, let's see. Actually, it says each creature within 5 feet of the flash. Okay. So it flashes, and you are blinded.
Oh no!
But those of you who are not blinded by this light definitely get more. This is a very basic, almost square rectangle that you're in. Seems 10 foot by 30 foot open space with some debris from the roof that has come in.
He's very blinded by the light.
It's all right. XX, the Lord of the Edge. XX. Remember your blindfolded training.
Yeah. And you are blinded until the end of this creature's next turn.
Do not worry, my sword will do my seeing for me.
Oh, yes.
All right.
The spiritual extension.
Sorry in advance, Char. I got a great sword.
Oh, it's fine. You're good.
Terry, you see this, all these dead rats have become this one giant, rippling, ooze, with mouth and teeth and rat tails, and Char has taken a pretty significant hit, and the Lord of Edge seems to be, lost one of his senses in some way.
Is it my turn?
It is your turn.
All right, this is taking a turn for the worse. I just wanted to reunite a rat with its happy family inside of a pyramid or a sewer or a subway station. I'm not quite sure what's going on here.
Don't be nice to rats.
So I guess I freak out. Give me a second. Yeah, I guess Osire's right there with me, and I grab an Osire. I say, I have a need. I have a desire for team contribution, but a need for self-preservation, Osire. But I can't be the pommel forever. And then I run out. I dart towards my friends who are facing this monstrosity. Hoping that they won't leave me alone by dying. So I go into attack.
Okay, what you do?
I am going to use my actions to cast a spell. I'm going to I think so. My shaky halfling hands are infused with magic, and they start shaking so much a vibration ensues, and then I cast Booming Blade on my dagger and strike out at him.
Let's see it.
That's probably gonna hit. It's a 16 plus
Yep.
7. Yeah. So let me damage on Booming Blade. All right. I'm going to go ahead and hit. So he takes 8 normal damage and is surrounded with booming energy. So my scaredness has transitioned into the blade, which has transitioned into whatever this is. And until the start of my next turn, if the target willingly moves 5 feet or more, the target takes an extra 1d8 thunder damage in the spell ends. Oh, and sneak attack damage. Hold on.
So it's your fear? So it's more like a booming blade.
And another 7 sneak attack. And then I would like to use my bonus action to what's that? What is there's a thing in D&D 5e, right? Whenever you like take an action to give things disadvantage on attacking you next.
Dodge action?
Oh wait, can you even do that as a rogue?
I can, but not you.
Oh, well then
Yeah.
I use the disengage instead, and I back up 5 feet.
I hope my friends don't leave me. I know, I'll leave them first.
I'll leave it for- yeah.
Yeah, it's more like trying to goad him into walking, because I know the booming blade doesn't do anything unless it moves.
You can't goad him, Greg. He's a rat.
He is a jello rat mass. You can't go that.
I led us here, all right? This rat wants to be with me, okay? It's gonna follow me.
Throw skitters in him. Let him take over. Don't be like a mech.
Scuttle.
Scuttle.
All right, Osire.
I see all of this transfold in front of my eyes, but just like shaking my head like, oh, I would have never tried to ram this wall and follow these people. Yeah, I'm gonna attack finally, since I don't have anybody hiding behind me now. With my hand axe. It's gonna be like slash damage. So see what I get. 16. And then
That'll hit.
Cool. And then 4.
4 damage.
Yep.
Got it.
So I'm basically like running towards this gelatin rat thing. It's like and slash at it.
Got it. All right. So everybody's pretty close except for Terry. Edge, it's your turn.
Ah, this is better. Now I don't have to look at you. And he will lash out with his greatsword, with disadvantage, I imagine.
Yes, please.
That's still a 14.
So hit.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll do it for it. No, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait on the flurry of blows. I'll just do it on him. Yeah, that's a 16. Told you guys my sword would see for me.
Nice.
It's easy as hitting a giant rat man in a small tunnel. Ooh, this was good. Ooh. 15. Hey, it's 23.
How much damage? Sorry.
23.
Holy shit.
Greatsword's good. Greatsword's good.
Nice. All right. Char, you see, despite the Lord of Edge's loss in sight, he is still able to I don't know. I was gonna try and say something clever, but he still does damage.
Still able to strike true.
I know it hasn't. I like to think that the blindness actually ended, but now he's closed his eyes for dramatic effect.
Yeah.
He's not even blind to do
He's just bragging about now. He's gonna hold it up in a very Lion-O type fashion, so that the problem will kind of.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, she's. Hit him again. That is an 11.
That hits.
Oh, it does. Oh, okay. All right, cool. That's 9 damage.
All right.
Yeah. I could totally frenzy right now. But I wanna deal with exhaustion. I don't wanna do that. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to frenzy. So now she's gone from raging, flaming, ruddy orange and yellow flames to bright blue sparks as the heat gets more intense and she gets ready to just hit it more. It's now frenzying. Berserkers.
I don't even know what does frenzy do?
Frenzy, you can make a single melee weapon attack as a bonus action on each of your turns after this one, and it lasts for your entire rage.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. But you gain a level of exhaustion once your rage ends.
Just one level of exhaustion?
Just one, you know?
Who cares about the first one?
Seriously.
All right. So now it is this rat mass turn. So, Sire, you are going to see, instead of a tentacle of teeth coming at you, it is a tentacle of eyes, and it reaches out it seems to reach out for you. I'm gonna assume your AC is not above 20. So instead of hitting you like it did Char, it seems to attach itself to an open flesh.
Is it my arm?
No.
Yeah, whatever part of flesh. If it's your hand, your arm, your neck, your face, whatever.
Your eye.
Yeah, your eye, whatever close piece of flesh, and it can attach itself to.
Like it. I don't like it.
Appropriate reaction.
Will do not as much damage you would think, hitting you with. All right, let me get my dice.
Because it's just like a sticky like thing, like just like
Yeah.
sucking at me, you know. So it's not like
you it sticks on you. You feel a bit of pain. You take 4 points of damage, and then it releases, and you kind of like got this like kind of ichor left
slime.
over, slime kind of left over on you, like it just gave you a kiss.
Got sucker punch.
you know, sorry, just throw up right now.
It's a free action.
Reaction.
Yeah, all right. Osara just pukes. just can't hold in everything. Just,
It's just like,
your fault.
You definitely
It's a
don't
projectile.
feel great. Feels so gross.
Yeah,
It's the grossest thing
yes.
that could ever happen to you.
Yeah.
It is now your turn.
Stop tasting my friends! I run up and stab it twice. We take 2 stabs at it. Does a 10 and 11 hit?
Yeah?
That's funny. All right.
This thing ain't kind of hard.
Holy cannoli. That's both of those. Oh, shame on me. I rolled the wrong die. Hold on.
Hey, Osire, roll a d4 for me, please.
Okay.
Oh, that was a 3 and a 4 plus 5 for both. That's 17 plus 2d6 sneak attack damage. 18, 19, 20, 21. 26 damage.
So you see Terry come up with his daggers like that guy. I'm sorry, I don't know his name, from Guardians of the Galaxy, just going ah with
Groot?
his dagger. Yeah, no, not Groot, the other one.
Drax.
Drax. Sorry.
Oh god, Drax.
And you just see, like, as he's stabbing this thing, like all this ooze is like flying in his face and like all over him, and he just decimates what's left of this gibbering mouther.
It's dead?
It is dead.
I just wanted to take you home and take care of you, skins.
Anybody who's not crying over the corpse of this thing, I need a perception check.
I want to take a swing just right above Terry's head because I still can't see for a second after he does it.
Oh,
Can I not be crying over the corpse, but also be crying because I'm just disgusted, just still disgusted.
after the end of the Mouther's turn, Lord of Edge, you get your sight back. And you see Osire crying, Terry's crying. And those of you not crying, please check.
Really?
Got an 11.
Get yourselves together. I got a. You said percent?
Yes, please.
Oh,
I was the spear and Mary was the pommeling. You know,
11.
we're at both ends of this
Both
thing.
ends, or you're both crying.
Yeah.
Right.
Getting in there.
The
Lord of
handle's
Edge.
on fire. You know.
But the edge.
This was just supposed to be a rat extermination quest, right?
What did Lord of Edge get?
11.
And okay, so you both got the same. Yeah, you see what I described. You see Osire. He's kind of like got this weird saliva on him. Terry's kind of got some ooze on him after he's killed this thing. He's now, I guess, remorseful over his actions. But you don't see any more rats in this room.
Don't worry, Osire. The strongest metals only take in that which makes them stronger. I was like, reach out to like Pat his shoulder, but like, let's do the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, go aside. Go.
I start to like wipe off some of the stuff on me, just like still in disgust, and I'm still crying. And I'm like, "You just don't understand how it. We were one. We started to become one."
I will say I also now need a 1d8 from Osire.
Oh no.
Join all the rat people now.
No.
You see Char just heaving as the flames kind of simmer down back to a kind of mild dark red. Just lax.
Osire, you take... Oh! I dropped the dice. Oh, that's good. Because I re-rolled a 1. You take 5 psychic damage.
Oh.
I'm gonna be scarred for life.
Osire does not look good.
Ashaya, you have a bit of skitters on you still.
I just whoa. I don't like rats. I don't want to see another rat. What? Where's your rat?
No, you wouldn't hurt him, would you? Scarlet's done nothing wrong.
They all have to go. They all might have to go.
He doesn't want to be one. It's scary.
Terry, you promised me you make sure that rat stays away from me, please.
Of course. I'll stick him right here in my pocket. He won't end up on your shoulder like Skitters did.
O'Brien has a point. How do we know that your rat didn't join them back in the room? Your rat said nothing.
Stuff him in my pocket.
Okay, so you guys are in a perceivably 10 by 30 room. The only way out is the way you came in.
But was there anything here other than an amalgamation of mutation rats?
You want to investigate the room?
Yeah.
Okay. Investigate the room.
There's
Damn,
puke over
that's
there
good.
if you want to
15 plus 2.
Anybody else want to investigate?
I'm gonna
What
clean
did
the
I-
scabbards off my bullet, off my sword.
Take it
So-
out.
I'm pacing back and forth, just being like, no more rats, no more rats, no more rats.
And some hit you in the face.
Ah!
So Terry, as you do, you're not necessarily walking on all fours, but you're digging through the rubble, and you find this metal-like box. And it's kind of like got this long window in it that has been cracked. It seemed like it had like a sharp, clear material that on it, but now it's cracked and broken off.
Are we familiar with what glass is?
Yeah.
Is it glass?
Yeah, I mean it's glass was covering a part of it that was long. It has broken off.
Is it is there a latch or lever on it to open the box?
As you turn it over, you see that there might be a way to open the back, but it seems like you might need like an old world tool.
Kind of.
What does the mechanism in question look like?
It looks like a metal box. It has oxified.
The area that you use the tool in specific.
There's not like
Yeah.
a sign above it that says, "In case of sentient rat swarm, please pray." Okay.
No, it's like a
Damn
handheld.
it! Always after you kill it, right?
It seems to have a knob on the front that you can turn, and the dial moves back and forth. It has these small circular like fixtures on the back with X's in it. You've seen this before. You can use an old world tool to kind of screw them out, and it has like a cord on it.
Does it have to be an old world tool? Could I just use one of my daggers?
Yeah, you can try to use your dagger.
Okay.
But it's got these like bent metal, thin metal pieces coming out the top of it. And it's just kind of, you can move this dial, and that little thing will move back and forth. On the little window that had glass has a line on it with perpendicular lines. And this little arrow will move back and forth with the dial.
I'll play with the knob and I'll present it to everyone else. So, does anybody know what this is?
Wait, don't touch that dial. Wait, no, I'm sorry. It's something else.
If anybody wants to check it out, I need a history check, please.
Sure. I got a 19. I might know a thing. Plus 0.
4 plus 0.
Not checking.
Oh, sorry?
I'm not checking it.
Okay. Terry, do you want to try history?
Oh, I would have.
I will
Man.
attempt one. 19 sounds hard to beat, though. Oh, I did a nat 20.
All right.
I just,
All right, great. All right.
So, as you, it's like, it's where you're like, you know that thing, and you're like describing it to people, and as you're describing it, you just happen to say the name of it. So, like, the Lord of Edge is like, oh yeah, that's and you're like, it's one of those things that they call a radio. We've seen these. Some people have these. They're called a radio.
Do you mean a radio?
It's pronounced radio. But tomato,
Radio?
tomato. Yeah. Yeah, there's a few people. They're kind of like, not everybody has these. It's not a common item to have. Old world items are tend to be kind of rare. So you found yourself
Take
a
it?
radio.
oh, cool. What does it do?
Take it.
You, for the most part, a lot of people just have them as like artifacts of the old world. Some people have gotten them to work with magic, and they get a lot of static. At one point, people thought it was a way of communicating a long distance, like a message spell or Eidstones with the Eidstones or something like that. It's like an old world Eidstone type of thing.
I've seen this. Once they're fixed, you can turn them, and it makes this noise that helps filter out the other noise so that you may meditate. Sort of a type of noise.
I see. It's some sort of training device.
Yes, I believe the ancient warriors must have used them frequently. Although there was once some sort of god or being that called it a star, and it was slain by someone named Video.
I think I threw this at someone once. Or was it? She's gotten dazed.
So that's pretty much what we find in the room is a rodeo.
Why you
Alrighty.
Okay.
Why did
Already-
the rats have it?
It
You
wasn't
should just-
found it under some rubble. So
Oh.
Did
They
you say
were-
rats?
No, I said cats.
Ah,
We should
ah.
find some.
We should find some cats. That sounds better.
Right, but
Yeah.
because cats would eat the
would be excellent company.
You know,
And
yes, they would.
They have claws, which are nature's blades.
You definitely know a large cat
Yes.
who is genus Clawry.
Maybe we should return to said cat.
Good idea.
I mean, you know, this is an undiscovered and unpilfered ancient ruins. You know, we might be able to get paid handsomely for any artifacts. You know, this rodeo could just be the tip of the iceberg.
Maybe I.
I think we should turn it in. I wish to move up through the ranks and find more worthy warriors to test my blade against.
Well, you know, you might be able to find more rodeos. You might be able to find something better. I think the rat doesn't let us to an area, right? There's more like undiscovered spots here. Maybe.
It seems like the room that you've entered, the tunnel had collapsed at that end. You haven't looked at the other end of the tunnel where you had entered into it. You guys went left and walked downwards, and then you had this platform, and then close to that was the room that you entered in, but that tunnel had collapsed, so you can't actually go further into the tunnel the way that you have continued to walk. You will have to turn right and go back towards the basement.
Hey.
Okay.
Wasn't there metal everywhere? Maybe you can find a new blade here, possibly cut. Who knows? An ancient blade? Lord of the Edge? Possibly. In a dark corner, waiting to be found.
In a dark corner, you say?
Yes.
We should search the rest of this place.
Okay.
All right. For an ancient blade.
In a dark corner. If
Right,
it's lit up.
Of
it's
course.
probably good.
The darkest I've ever not seen.
Yeah, you guys definitely can make your way out of this room. You do have the platform, and then you have the other end of the tunnel. So just let me know what you want to look, where you want to look.
Oh,
So,
Lord.
there's two parallel tunnels, right? So is that you remember that?
No, the metal is moving parallel down the tunnel, and there are a few
I need to go down the tunnel and look for a sword. I was promised one.
Oh, that jack shit.
Yep.
You know, even if you don't find a blade, this ancient metal may be worth yet.
Forge it into a new one. Or have someone forge it into a new one. More powerful.
The way you think, Char.
Well, I'm tired, so.
You're much more intelligent when you're sleeping.
Maybe. Maybe there's just no filter. Who knows?
So you guys can walk further down the tunnel where you entered it at. It does go about another 20, 30 feet, but you can see that this tunnel is also collapsed. Really, the only areas you've been able to access, you have walked and traversed.
Wow. Do any of those pieces of metal look priable?
Give me a strength check.
I mean, I can't do it. My strength is 7. I was thinking, does it look like
Fine, give me
potentially
investigation.
okay.
Give me whatever check you want to give me.
It's a 12 plus 2, 14. Does it look like?
It seems like they're fastened at like 10-foot intervals. So this, if you could unfasten it and have somebody carry this thing, you could probably move it.
Kind of looking in the rat, I'm like, I should have known better. Hope is the edge of life's cruelty.
I mean,
I'm checking if I have a crowbar.
is it?
Yeah,
Are they
Fern,
holding the place up? Because if not, I could just You know.
I mean, you've heard of these before. It's just they've all been kind of picked over. They call them rails.
Hey,
I think it's Rawless.
Rawless?
Still have her.
Relias?
I have
Relias?
a crowbar and a hammer. Could I center it at the point in which the rails are mounted? All right, somebody with with heftier shoulders. So what we're gonna try to do here, right, is I'm going to stick this crowbar underneath where this rail is, because the Lord of the Edge wants a new blade. And what we're gonna do is we're going to take this hammer here, and not me, but one of you strong, young adventure types. All right, you're going to are just gonna have at it, all right? We're gonna see if it moves at all, and if not, well, I'm sorry, Lord of the Edge, you might just be out of luck.
All right. You've twisted my arm long enough. There's no rats. No more rats. No more rats around here. Those are dealt with. I think I can do this.
There's still the one, but
Keep it in your pocket. Do I have to roll for this?
Yep. Just give me a roll.
I believe he'll be as quiet as a mouse.
19.
Definitely, you do the stuff. Let's see how much damage. Let's see if you can pry this thing apart.
Also, you get advantage on strength check with a crowbar's leverage applied.
Honestly, this stainless steel blade I'm about to get is pretty on point for the Lord of the Can't cut butter, but it looks good.
3.
Damage. So it definitely you definitely hit it. It starts to separate, but you think it's gonna take a couple more hits before it's like fully separate from the other piece. And you do get advantage when you're using leverage for a crowbar, Jerry says. So make sure you roll
On
twice.
strength checks, not attacks.
Oh, strength check. Sorry, my bad.
Okay. 5.
No, you don't hit.
If this is actually just attacking it, I'm just gonna magic missile the bolts.
Oh, okay. That's fine. You can destroy them.
Rip them off. Oh.
If we're not worried about the connected bits, I'll just magic missile where they're mounted.
Once again, I use my blunt force. Someone just to use magic.
Well, I don't know if I can even damage them that much. I'm not sure what their HP is. I'll start by targeting the 3 of them that you did not touch with a magic missile.
Okay.
And that's 4 damage to each.
Okay, they look pretty busted. It's still, they haven't just broken apart completely, but they're pretty broken looking.
All right, I'll leave that there.
You wanna try again, or are you gonna leave it here maybe for another day? We definitely know no one's coming in from either end.
Perhaps.
Hmm.
I don't want to say we're just grave digging an
I'll,
rail if it's not going to come up.
Lord of the Edge will try to pry it up. No, I must have it.
It's got to be heavy as hell.
Can you?
I would try as well because
Okay. We have advantage though, but
if we use for the crowbar, maybe.
Well, yeah, but on the strength.
Well,
Not. You are trying to break whatever is fastening it to the other pieces. You're,
okay.
right.
You're about halfway there.
Okay. What do I need to roll?
Just an attack roll if you're trying to hit it, like with a hammer and crowbar. If you are using magic, you would apply magic to your. Terry used
Pull it
magic
off.
missiles. Pull it? Like
yeah,
strength?
yank it off. Yeah.
Okay. You can try that.
I'm gonna have disadvantage, but I can do it.
Do it.
Oh, the first roll was so good. Oh, they were both really good, actually. That's a 19.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So with Osiris hit to one side and Terry's hit to the other side, this thing still is put together, but you kind of see Char just like take the one end, and with a quick movement, she's able to break the connection on one end, and is able to move it.
She like
Actually,
she digs her feet into the ground and she's like, all right. Yanks it off.
You're dead, Char. This will make a fine blade, I'm sure.
Awesome.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
So your piece of metal that you are trying to carry,
Uh-oh.
let me just do the math per foot. So, I said 10. It's about 200 pounds.
God.
Not that bad. Not that bad.
So it's a little bit easier to drag than to straight up pick up.
Well, it's almost got handles though, right? So if you did 2 people, maybe you could,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they look like they're easy to handle. I don't
Yeah.
know if that's true.
A small tunnel to fit it through.
Yeah. Well,
Someone can go ahead and get up there and then I can just but push it up there for
800 pounds doesn't seem a huge deal.
No, it's like lifting up full grown,
Yeah, just go.
a whole person.
Yeah.
I'm already carrying around an anime sword. Seems alright.
Yeah.
Or a great sword. Right? Yeah.
So with all your efforts combined, you can definitely move this thing. You can 2x2 lift it up, put it in the tunnel. As long as you're all working together, it's not a difficult task to get this steel beam through the tunnel and to get yourselves back through the tunnel as well. Do you decide to leave the hole in the wall for you to adventure down there another day?
I want this to be our source of railroad ties. So what I want to do is meticulously take the bricks that we removed, and I want to pile them back up to try to make it look like a convincing wall.
Move one of the barrels in front of it.
Yeah.
I grasp
Okay.
my rail and I beam.
Nice.
Also, they won't know we destroyed part of the wall.
Okay. So you guys definitely get back. You definitely have your 200 pounds of steel, which will do the math on how much that's worth during in-between games, and what you're able to make with that much steel. You get back. Genus Flowery is definitely he's kind of your he's like, well, I hope the reason why you're back is because you're done with the task. But you do notice Osiris' condition seems to not have improved. Even when you guys in your downtime, you rest. Collery has always made sure that you get paid, that you have a place to sleep. Tamara, his sister, definitely is the one who seems to control the coin purse a bit more, so she's able to give you your 10 gold pieces each for completing the simple quest of getting rid of some cellar rats. I think that's more than generous for what you've accomplished. But each day, Osiris, after 2 days of waking up in the morning, you just don't feel like yourself. You feel sick. You start to hear things in your head, like, we will be one. We are together. Terry, did you have something that...
do we notice this? Can we call a doctor?
Can we get help?
Yeah, you are more than capable of getting help for your friend Osire. See if there is somebody who can figure out what ails him.
All right. This doesn't seem like conventional medicine. It feels unholy.
What do you mean?
to me.
We just go to the doctor.
It feels
and
unholy.
tell
We should just go to the cleric.
We
See
go to the
what's going on.
doctor and tell them we killed a bunch of rats in a cellar that were talking to us, and then they melted and became one thing, and then that thing sucked, like, lovingly
Clobbered
caressed
on
my friend's
him.
cheek, and now he hears voices. What's so weird about that?
No, did Genus Clary say anything about the gigantic eye beam we were bringing back?
Stand in front of it.
Or did he give us like a
Like
thumbs up in a
Yeah,
wink?
he pretty much is like, nice, good find. I didn't know that was down there.
Yes, we found this much, and nothing
Nothing.
exactly this.
Nothing else.
Yeah,
But he has
he's
to
more
have been,
concerned
like-
about you scratching the floor.
Do we?
Yeah, you guys, there are clerics in town. Osire, did you pick cleric?
Yes.
Yeah. So you know of a temple that you could go to. You yourself could try a medicine check if you don't want outside assistance.
How you said my condition got worse? Like
It seems like-
so. Like I couldn't even.
It seems like every day you hear these voices, and it just hurts to hear these voices. Like,
Guys, I see Osire talking to himself a lot. Do you think he's praying? Is that what that is? People still do that? Seems foolish. The gods are dead.
Name dropped.
I mean, clerics, they derive their power from somewhere.
Foolishness.
Hope.
That's blasphemy.
So yeah, I guess we'll wait till he...
Yeah. So
Yeah,
whatever you...
I can't. I'm not gonna be able to perform myself down. My mental state is all foggy, especially since I almost made love to a rat thing. So yeah, I actually come to everyone just like I'm not well. I just can't shake it. I need help. I need help now. I keep hearing these voices, and I feel like it's within me. I feel like it is me. I feel like I may be my worst fear right now, and that's a rat. Somebody help.
Oh no,
Please
you're
take
you're much larger and much less furry than a rat. I mean, per ratio, obviously you have more fur than a rat, but for the size of your body, much less. And your teeth, they
Is
don't
this a
look
joke
rat
to you?
No,
This is-
I'm
this is
just,
a joke to you?
if a fear of yours was that you were turning into a rat, I was just saying that, clearly you look like yourself. I mean, you look ill, but not.
So as you guys are debating this, I don't know if you have a private room in which you do, if it's in the common area. But Tamara does seem to be paying attention to you guys as you're talking about this, as Osire is complaining, is expressing his woes to his companions, and she walks over to you and is like, is there anything I can help you with? You don't seem to be yourself.
I just don't like rats right now. We've seen a good bit down there in that basement, and it just it got to me. Really got to me this time.
So your mind is troubled?
Yeah, yes, very much so. Just a little troubled. Maybe if I had a little bit more rest or some fresher air or something to drink. I think might subside it for right now, but nothing to be too terribly worried. I need.
She places, if I may, and she will try to place a hand on you, on your head, and she says a somatic of a spell, and she goes, oh dear, those rats were filthy indeed. It seems like you have something within you, physically within you, a disease of some kind. It's
But the disease?
Yes, whatever they did to you, it is how does a disease work? It's like it's eating you from the inside out.
The inside out? Is there something I can do? Can I drink? Can I take some? Terry!
Wait, what was it? Oh no! What did I do?
We have to kill the final rat. It's the only one.
The final rat. The rat god.
Something. And can you do something? I don't want something to eat me from the inside out.
Maybe.
Too much silence here.
I start hyperventilating.
He just sits there and thinks about it for.
Yeah.
Mm.
If you happen, any of the church, they might be able to cure you of this. I would not wait. I would do it soon. I don't think that you will last much longer if you let this carry on.
Well, it's settled. We're going to church.
Ah.
Terry,
no.
you're coming with me. Everyone, let's go.
Why did you single me in particular out? Hold
Can
on
I
now.
bring food?
You have a rat. You have a rat. And sometimes when you're one with a rat, like you are always with your rat, you just feel certain.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Do
Full sword.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
What's up?
Oh no, I was just thinking. I wonder, is there a creature that's just a little bit larger than a normal rat that I could perform my ritual on to turn my familiar into just for fun? Does that exist? Is possum? Can you do possum as a familiar option?
Sure.
It's the apocalypse. Yes, go for it. Please.
I think possums would make it.
Yes!
All right.
Yes, they would!
Yeah, they're like, yeah. What can I eat?
So there's definitely a Washington temple
I'll do that later.
close to you guys. There are clerics there that are able to perform spells like lesser restoration, which will cure a disease. They do look over Osire. They do ask him where he would have contracted such a thing.
He's been ratified.
Rats. Rats. Giant jelly rat now.
Would that be smart to say? Yeah, I got kissed by a jelly rat.
It's
And I
more like
like
slap.
it.
And I liked it.
So the cleric there, he definitely seems really concerned. He hasn't heard much of disease. Do you tell him like your ailments, or do you just tell him that you need? Okay, he definitely hasn't heard of diseases that affect the mind like yours has. Definitely like fevers affecting people, but you didn't seem to be having a fever. It's doesn't yeah, like it doesn't seem normal. It doesn't seem like your normal disease you would get from a rat. It seems extraordinary in some way. But you do feel much better after they've used this lesser restoration spell on you.
He's hail.
Terry, show him your rodent. See if he's cured.
So does in the adventure
It's not a possum, it's much larger.
Yeah.
Scares it, makes me even worse.
But good job, guys. You guys are able to complete the quest of the rats are among us.
Hey.
You're able to get a shiny new radio and 10-foot, 200-pound steel rail, which we will contend with in our downtime and seeing what we're going to do with it.
That's a lot of raw steel.
I'm gonna wield it.
I may wield it too if there's enough left over.
I wonder what the technological advancement is from fantasy steel to I-beam steel.
WSF Greg, we'll find out soon. Test your metal.
We will learn.
Yeah, it's like catch us in the next episode of The Gods Are Dead.
Hey.
Yuck, yuck.
Hey,
Yeah, I'd like to
Hey.
thank everybody for joining us tonight. I hope you had a good time. We had a great time, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Sayonara. Auf Wiedersehen.
Bye.
it's
Watch
probably
out
just
for
gonna
those
let it.
rats.
Just let it roll. Just
Yeah, keep going.
give it like 5 extra seconds.
Awesome.
Oh god, I
Hey.
didn't know how long. Like I didn't know if there's a signal there, or if we're gonna do extra shout outs. What about like the into the dungeon shout out? Like,
I did it at the
check it out.
beginning. I
You
thought.
did it.
Damn.